Alrighty folks, well I'm going to show you how I make the My Time Tunnel special high def antenna. Yes, I'm going to use the flying works. Excuse the flies, it's that time of year and they're trying to find a good place, and I open my garage doors and of course they're coming in. So first thing you do, and this cord is about 15 foot. Now that's about as far as you want to go. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make a pretty good antenna. Okay, unfortunately, this is the only knife I could find is my big old K-bar. But it should work. Now when I peel this back, it should have some kind of, they always got some kind of foil and then some kind of aluminum wire. Now, you don't want to shred that aluminum wire. Some people do. I find it works better to keep it. So you just want to score it enough to get down into that. There you go, into that stuff like that. Matter of fact, sometimes if it's good on you, you can peel it from the top down to where you need. Okay, see that aluminum wire? Yeah. Don't worry about getting rid of the aluminum wire. Keep the wire. There we go. See, I don't want to hurt it too bad because I don't want to cut the aluminum wiring too much. That becomes troublesome. And you don't have to get into that trouble. Alright. That'll feel better just because I screwed it up. Right? At least it should, by all accounts. Am I even recording? Yeah, at least I am. I'm recording at least. Don't need much more. Not too much more. I'd say that's about what we need. Do it the safe way, huh? Instead of trying to knife it. See all this? I take all this cable like this. Put it all down there, basically. Get you some electrical tape or duct tape. I've used both. Work just fine. So we're just gonna make this big coil looking thing right down here with all this aluminum wire. Right. Okay, now this is that aluminum foil. Aluminum foil over plastic with a copper core. Oh, got the flies in here again. They're gonna make it fun for us. Yay! So what you're attempting to do is make a circle about, I don't know, about $1 size. So trim to about copper a little past, probably about there. Maybe. I'll try with this one. I have made many versions of this. You'll find this stuff doesn't peel quite as good. I have tried a lot of the online antennas too, and I have found mixed results because I live right in a deep valley. I'll show a picture of the deep valley I live in, and I live right next to a hill that's about 2,000 foot tall, and then big mountain ranges all over. So getting an antenna signal is tough, especially for something indoor, and this is by far the most powerful indoor one I was able to create. I had a lot of wire. I tried one that was an all copper version. I tried one that was wrapped around toilet paper like they showed online. I found the ones that are wrapped around supposed magnets. Yeah, right. Flies are hopefully not getting on the camera too much. I've tried all sorts of kinds, but this is the one I figured out on my own that worked the best for me and my environment. Now you might find different renditions of yours work better for you. But this is the easiest and quickest. This is actually very tough plastic on this one. Sometimes these copper cores peel a lot easier than this. This copper core is being testy. Very testy. That's alright. It's not too testy for me. I'll win. I will win. Alright. Dang these flies. They're mean today. It is rainy out. It's been summertime and fall's coming. So they're all trying to find a home that's warm. And it's cold out today. So of course they're not happy. And they want a place that's warm. Like we all do. They're in the wintertime. Yep, there he is. Yeah, I need a little bit more. I'll have to definitely take to what I was expecting. Alright, there we go. There we go. Okay, that's about perfect. Yep, that's what we want. Here's my little wrench. Just what I was looking for, the old needle nose. Alright, so basically, don't worry about getting it super tight. You want it to be able to be movable, pliable, that's fine. Because I attach mine to all sorts of stuff. But that little beauty there, will probably wrangle you more channels than you'll get out of any of these commercial things. And we're going to come in here and test it here in a second. Flies and all. About 15 foot of cord is about max I would use. And here's the booster we're going to be using, a little wine guard booster. I do recommend the boosters. The little boosters they have in these sets aren't too shabby. So I'm going to come out here with the TV, see if I can get a signal to show you how well this works. Let's go try it out. Well, we got some Judge Judy, of course. I don't want to get in trouble for Judge Judy. So, there we go. That's with my homemade antenna. Now I'm going to show you the location of my homemade antenna because this is just, I just barely got it set up here. I don't intend to keep it here. But you want to really move these antennas around and find the best spot for it. Now I'm going to plug in the RCA one and put it in the same spot, and we'll see how well the commercial version does versus mine. But anyways, this has got pretty high regards online, especially if you're in town. I would say in town it does decently well. But I'm going to show you one thing. When it comes down to copper, not sure if you'll be able to see on these pictures. Yeah, there we go. Mine is way thicker cord than what the best uses. Because this little RCA is considered one of the best indoor antennas. Now their booster is pretty decent. I use their booster, the RCA booster, with my antennas, and I have better, way better luck. And I've tried a bunch of versions of this. I've tried an all copper one. I found big coils. I tried multiple coils. I tried tying them around toilet paper. I did just about every wannabe hack version online. And this little one here that I created, the little wand, seems to work the best. About that size of that, and make sure to peel back and keep all that aluminum. Really makes a very powerful antenna, it seems. Here, I'll plug in the other one and you will see. Okay, RCA is hooked up and in the right position. Same position as my antenna, just about. Move it around just to show. I did have a signal for a minute, and now it's saying mode not supported. Weak signal. Now I'm going to leave that one up. I'm going to plug in my antenna. And we'll see if there's a difference. just touching it sometimes you'll get, see, create a signal because you actually help it. See? Let's see where it goes. You gone? Alright. Now let's plug in my antenna.
86.
Alrighty, we got my antenna hooked back up. Oh yeah, at least it's working. Oh, the fear factor. So, that's one of my homemade antennas right here. Very simple design, and it will work in, I'm in a valley, like I'm saying. It will pick up quite a few stations. I've got up to about 30 stations, I think, at most, in the right area. Now, you got to really fish. You got to put this all over, and it is a rainy, stormy day, so I don't expect to get all my channels right now. This was just a little test and show you how to make one. Out of any coax cable, you can make a pretty decent antenna that will outdo or do as good as this. Swear, any day. I figured I took a few of these and outdid it a few times by putting my antenna in the same area and getting way better signal, way better everything. All comes down to the size of copper inside, you know. But I've tried bigger, like I said, bigger coils, smaller coils, and this is the size I figured that worked out the best for me. Now go ahead and try all sorts of coils with you, but this is the basic setup. I keep all the aluminum down here tied up, which seems to really help. And I've tried an all copper version and it really didn't do that well. I couldn't get no channels hardly at all. Whereas these little ones I made did way better. I could say I might have to cut this one down. I would say without a booster, don't make them over 7 foot long. With a booster, don't make them over 15 foot or so, I would say. If you're using a booster and a bunch of cable, yes, you can get it way out there and make your own antenna, but by that point you might as well just buy or use an old 1970s antenna. If you got a 1970s antenna still hooked on your house, alrighty, let's go inside, and I'm gonna go inside and see if I can get this to work for my stepmom. See if it works in there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the fine antenna here.